What's up, guys? Today, as requested, I'm going to show you guys something essential that I think everybody should know how to do. Get naked! Just kidding. I'm not actually going to show you how to do that. You should already know how to do that. Anyways, I have been asked to make a video showing you guys how to drive a manual transmission, how to operate a clutch, etc., etc. I'm going to teach you the basics, just the fundamentals, and then I'm going to build on top of that. And I'm going to tell y'all a few techniques that I used because I drove my standard car off the lot. Nobody taught me. I used to race dirt bikes, so I knew how to operate a clutch, but a car clutch was completely foreign to me. But I drove it off the lot and it was fine. And also, yesterday I taught my girlfriend how to drive it in like 30 seconds. So I should be able to get you guys no problem. Okay, so first things first. I'm not going to be stupid and be like, turn up the radio! Get a giant sub! Anyways, I'm going to be straightforward and I'm going to be kind of wishy-washy. But, as far as I know, I'm going to tell you guys how you should drive a manual transmission. So let's get started. First thing you will notice on a manual transmission car is there are 3 different pedals. Okay? There's a gas pedal, there's a brake pedal, and then there's an emergency brake pedal. Ha! Just kidding. That's a clutch, guys. That's a clutch. And it goes in. Oh, I'm not going to do it with my hand because it's, yeah, well, whatever. You freaks. And that's a footrest. Next thing you'll notice is there isn't just empty space right here. There's actually something with a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, sometimes a 6, with a R. What in the world does this mean? It's simple. I'll show you. The 1 means first gear. That's the lowest gear. 2 is second gear. That's the second lowest gear. This is the gear that you probably most likely need to be driving around in when you're going slow. When you're in a parking lot or something like that, there's rarely ever a time where you need to be in first gear unless you come to a complete stop. 3 and 4 are just coasting gears, and 5, or the highest gear, is the overdrive of the car. That's what you're going to be using on the highway or on and you're doing the speed limit, etc. And yeah, and you don't actually have to have an iPod with a wristband that says save the manuals on it, on your manual transmission car. I just kind of do that just because I'm awesome. And the last thing you'll notice is this big giant little thingy right here. What is this? What in the world? I've never seen this before. Yes, you have. It's called a parking brake. If I can get this stupid thing down. Now, my car is in gear, so it's not going to go anywhere. But you're going to have this awkwardly shaped thingy sitting right here in the middle of your console. It's awesome. What you're going to do is you're only going to use it whenever you are parked. Do not pull it when you are driving. You are not a Chinese drifter. You do not have to push it in whenever you pull it up. You just have to do that, and your car will not move. But you do want to keep your car in gear whenever it is parked, because this will not always save your car from moving. So, let's do this. To start your car, you're going to have to push the clutch in. This is the clutch, the one on the farthest over. You just put it in all the way, and then you keep it in, and you get your keys. Just like a normal car, you stick the key in the... Oh man, it's an annoying beep. You stick the key in the ignition, you turn the ignition with the clutch still engaged. You turn the ignition, and boom, your car is rolling. Now you'll notice you have a speedometer, the engine heat and how much gas you have, and my brake is on, notice that, and you'll have an RPM. Unlike automatic cars, you're actually going to need to pay attention to the revolutions per minute that you're running, because you have to shift before it gets to red line. Unless you know what you're doing when it comes to driving, you need to shift around 2,000 to 3,000 RPM, depending on if you're getting on the highway or not. But if you're just cruising, you need to be shifting between 2,000 to 3,000 RPMs. Okay guys, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to push the clutch in. Clutch, engage. What up, Mr. Shoot? You're going to put it in first, alright? First gear is all the way to the left, all the way up. Now, you're going to give it a little bit of gas. You're probably going to hit about 1,000 or 1,500 RPMs, like this. Okay, that was actually like 2,500 RPMs. But anyways, that's how you did it. I just did it right there. So anyways, back to the clutch. What you're going to want to do, at the same time, you want to give it gas, and you're also going to want to let out the clutch a little bit at a time. Now, I'm telling you this for a fact, you will stall at least once. Do not fear, because you're going to think that you just exploded your car. You just ruined your entire car, and you have to go buy a new car. You did not just explode your car. You did not just ruin your car, and you do not have to go buy a new car. But you do have to restart your car. Now, depending on the car, they all vary. Sometimes you have to take your foot off the clutch, take your keys out of the ignition, put your foot back on the clutch, and turn it on. And then some cars are just keep your foot on the clutch, turn it back on. That's how my car is. But they're not all the same. So you might want to experiment with that a little bit before you start driving it on the street. So here we go. First gear. Give it a little bit of gas. There you go. I'm going right there. There is a spot in every single car where your clutch catches, so to say. Let it out really slowly. Let it out, let it out, let it out, let it out. Let it out, let it out, let it out, let it out, let it out. Right there. So it was like a little bit towards the end, about right there. That's when the clutch catches the transmission, and that's when you start going. So you're going to need to know the spot of that before you start doing anything crazy. So here you go, one more time. Give it a little bit of gas. Clutch out. Alright, I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving. Alright, now I'm going. I'm going completely. Now I'm turning with one hand, I'm driving stick with one hand. And here we go. This fat dude just looked at me like I was so crazy because I'm in a parking lot driving stick. Whoa, I'm scared now. Anyways, besides what I just said, and besides that old man creeping me out, the same concept goes to shifting. After you get the starting down, everything from there is so easy. My camera totally just fell down, guys. I'm really sad now. Just kidding, I'm actually not sad. But the same concept goes to clutching and shifting. Whenever you shift gears, say from first down to second, you're going to keep the clutch in, and then you're going to let it out. I don't want to do this, but here you go. I'll give you all an example right quick. Okay, guys, so now that you have the start down, put it in first, let out the clutch, and start going. I'm going to teach you how to shift. Shifting is so much easier. Oh, and by the way, this reminds me. Right now I have the clutch in. The clutch pretty much can't. Clutch is home. You have to remember that. Clutch equals home for your car. Because whenever you're driving and you think something's about to get screwed up, or you think you're about to stall, just boom, clutch. Boom, clutch. Just remember that. I hope those words get stuck in your head and you can never get them out forever. Boom! Clutch! Right now I'm clutching. I'm in neutral. Now I'm not clutching because I'm in neutral. I'm going to turn right here. And I don't know why I just told y'all that, because it really has nothing to do with the video. Teaching y'all how to shift. I've had people ride in the car with me and say, oh man, dude, you shift so smoothly. I'm like, thank you. Dude, I'm about to cry because you just told me that. Just kidding. I actually don't want to cry because somebody tells me that. Okay, sorry for that little rabbit trail, but here we go. Now I'm going to show y'all how to do this. I promise you, it's so much easier than you think it is. Believe me, whenever I first started, I thought I was never going to get this down. Alright, so you're going to go. Clutch in, second gear. Clutch out, you're going. Clutch in, third gear, you're going. Clutch in, fourth gear, you're going. Clutch in, fifth gear, you're going. And there's no way to stall once your car is moving. Now you may shake a little bit because your transitions between gears will not be great. I promise you at first. But anyways, it'll come naturally to you, and you'll honestly just end up thinking it's super easy, and you'll be awesome at it in no time. So, all right, that pretty much sums it up. How to drive a manual. I really hope that helped you. Now just, you have to keep in mind, you have to take this very slow at first, and trust me, within a week, you will seriously it'll be instinct. It'll be muscle memory to do all this stuff. But week one, you will be like, I'm kind of, you'll kind of freeze up, you'll have to think a lot more. But I mean, I've been driving a manual for probably 3 months now, and it's like, I don't have to think about it at all. Like, it's muscle memory for my foot to go down on the clutch, and etc. But anyways, thanks for watching. I really hope this helped y'all. If y'all have any questions whatsoever, please ask. If y'all want to know any advanced techniques like rev matching, downshifting, shifting faster, doing all this, I can help y'all with any of that. So if you have any questions, please ask. And yeah, thanks for watching. Oh, that was so awesome. Oh.